department. So basically, there is a huge surge is happening in overall our country. So that's why what I'm requesting everybody to understand or seek latest AI tools, and we have to be master in using AI tools, and also we should teach our students also to utilize these tools, because then only they will be able to use it in their day-to-day purpose. Because nowadays, if you see this particular news, this is a wording from National Education Policy 2020. So basically, they are telling you should learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is their one of their major motto. So they are telling like currently this kind of employment landscape, which I have mentioned earlier, it is changing very rapidly across the globe. So it is very important that we should not only learn new things, but also we should know how to learn things. That is a very most important line. We have to understand the last line. Most important thing is like we have to learn how to learn. So the same thing, like a learning means it's a part of research. So when you're doing research, according to current scenario, we should know how to do research, because that especially in the era of AI, because in the old time, even my PhD supervisor used to say like they don't have internet back in 90s, and also they used to refer a lot of books at that time. They used to spend a lot of time in libraries and all. But when in 2000 early 2010 and all, then internet came, then slowly browsing and all started. Then after 2012, 13, then AI era and all started. Then publications, IEEE, like different publishers entered into the game. And then we started giving our copyrights protection to those publishers, and they started publishing our work. Then a lot of and a lot of publishers came afterwards. Then we started exploring or searching for various literature through internet, especially through Google Scholar or a publisher's website, IEEE Explorer or something like that. And we started searching. So what I'm saying is like there was a paradigm shift happened from conventional searching through books and writing down the notes, and nowadays, from the last 10, 15 years, using Google Scholar or Explorer to do the literature survey. But nowadays, that's what I'm trying to say. But from the last 1.5 year, 1 year, there is a huge surge is happening in using AI tools to understand how to do the what is a literature survey in AI domain. And in the right side, you can see and another news which is showing in Tamil Nadu school education departments, they are partnered with Microsoft to expand AI based education. So basically, um, what I'm saying is like it's a very big and very great initiative from the Tamil Nadu government, that they are partnering with Microsoft, like making a MOU with Microsoft, and expanding their technology, education, and learning support (TEALS) across the state. So basically, this kind of initiatives, it is helping a lot for a lot of people to understand and to utilize AI in various possibilities. And you can see that this project was initially piloted in 14 schools, will now expand to 100 schools. So, and I'm very sure it not only will be in Tamil Nadu, definitely it will come along with the other states also in the very near future. So this kind of utilizing AI developments, internet web development, especially Web 3.0 developments. A lot of things we should involve in our curriculum, especially projects, students' projects and all. And then we should need to be
Amal sir, Amal sir, are you there?
Hello. Ah, hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, now the screen is visible.
Yeah, now it's visible, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Have you seen this slide? Career opportunities. Anybody have seen this slide? AI career opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I will be starting from here. This new education policy. So basically, this new education policy, it is more focusing on how we can utilize this kind of AI or latest technologies to accelerate our research as well as teaching in this new landscape of a global educational system. For example, why it is saying new landscape? Because it is changing very rapidly. Because, for example, it is clearly mentioned that we have to learn, unlearn, and relearn according to this new education policy 2020. That means not only we should know the subject, or not only we should do the learning or research, but most importantly we should know how to do learning or research according to latest standards or latest trends. That's what they are trying to more focus. That is a very important line. So we should know how to learn certain things. That's the most important thing. Nowadays, um, for example, if when we are in a teaching, when we giving some problems and all to the students, then students might solve it very rapidly. Maybe because of they are using Chat GPT or something, so they are not understanding the concept. So in this situation, we have to make a change in our conventional valuation, I would say. So instead of focusing on their output or results, we should more focus on how they get into the answer, and we should give more mark to those valuation. We can easily do it by conducting a viva. So in many colleges, in KTU, I have seen they are giving, for example, for output or the final output, they are in a lab or something. They might be giving a maybe 10 percentage mark, but 50 percentage of the mark will be belongs to Viva. So once we giving 50 percentage of mark to Viva, then we will get a chance to interact with the student, and we will make sure that the student know the concept. Student know how they got into the answer more clearly. So once we slowly making this kind of rules and regulations in teaching, then students will be forced to focus on how to learn, how to get the answer, how to understand the concepts instead of final answer. Because of this AI made a lot of people lazy, because we are getting the end results so fast. So to overcome that, we should change our education policies. For example, here we can see that in Tamil Nadu government, in their education department, they have collaborated with Microsoft to expand their technology, education, and learning supports across the state. So this project was actually initially they have piloted in 14 schools across the state. Now they are expanding this project into 100 schools. both I think government and private sector I think. So through that, teachers will be able to teach students latest programming, web programming languages, even machine learning programming like using Python or any AI developments, even game developments. This kind of demanding skills, teachers also getting trained through Microsoft, and they will be able to reproduce it to students. So what I'm saying is like we should understand the latest AI trends or latest trends in the general terms, trends in education sector, and we should able to make students accordingly. So another thing is I would like to start from regarding the research perspective. So there are a lot of different kind of researches we will be able to publish it through globally. For example, for example, journal examples like journal publications are there, conference publications are there, patents are there. We can make even make journal magazines are there. Then we can publish it as a briefs. Brief, it's a for long period of time. Brief journals are there, and many journals they starting their brief. For example, in IEEE Transaction Circuit and System (TCAS), one is a extended journal which is a 10-page journal, but a TCAS 2 is a brief journal. So if you want to get a transaction journal, it's a very prestigious journal. So if you want to get a transaction journal, I would say start with the TCAS 2, because then you don't need a very extended 10-page double column manuscript. We don't need that. Instead of, we can write only 4-page double column, and we will be able to submit our manuscript into a transaction. But the review will be very rigorous procedure. As you all know, transactions have its own criteria and demands, but we can give a shot by comprising our results and writing. So but anyway, it will coming under a journal, and previously I told magazines are there, a lot of IEEE magazines, IEEE photonic magazines, like a lot of magazines are there. Magazines also considering as a journal, but the magazines publication or magazine submissions doesn't require much results. Magazines will be more like a article. What you say, it's a semi-technical article. Sometime I have seen, for example, in Nature publication they have a lot of articles, concise articles. It's called magazine articles. So but magazines are also considering as a journal, and that's what I'm trying to say. But magazines are very very less in publication sector. So and we have book chapters are there, but book chapters and all doesn't require much novelties. So it doesn't require much novel research findings. So it's more like a collective writing. So this is the way like we can publish a lot. And another which I have mentioned is regarding the patent. So even when I was went for patents, so we designed one hardware design. It's in that hardware architecture we made a new convolution method. It is called a triangle based convolution. So we have seen convolutional neural networks and all different kind of convolution, 2D convolution, 3D convolution, depth wise convolution, depth wise separable convolution, like a lot of convolution methods are there. So we also introduced a different convolution method which is called triangle convolution method. So we patented it, that convolution method, as well as a hardware accelerator architecture which is catered by this triangle convolution. So it basically it's a hardware architecture with a new convolution operation. So we patented it, and later we went for the same with an underwater object tracking application as a journal paper. So what I'm saying is like we can publish
many papers as a research paper, and another setup journal articles we can say it is called review paper. Generally it will be published as a review paper in a journal, but in some conferences also accept very good review papers. So try to as the initial people, they can focus a review paper into some conferences. It might be the chance of acceptance might be much easier in some time in conferences, but in journals it will be expecting a lot of vast literature survey in a review paper. In terms of methodology, we can say that typically in research paper, it will be focusing on collecting and analyzing data. So there are a lot of AI tools. I would say I will show you later. So that tools which is utilizing AI to generate what is a literature survey. So and a lot of tricks are there to do certain literature survey. For example, even in ChatGPT, initially it was not allowing to do internet access, but currently it have internet access. So through that, we will be able to do easily the literature survey and all. And I will show that in the later hands-on session. And another is regarding scope. So research papers are basically um, um, a very narrow scope. For example, if you want to design a multiplier for accelerating AI convolution operation, so we will be designing a multiplier which is handling convolution operation, which will be performance will be compared, the power as well as energy consumptions and all will be analyzed of that multiplier. So it's a very fixed design we will be focusing. It will be very specific research or a specific research problem we will be dealing. But in a review paper we will be analyzing hundreds of multiplier designs, and we will be comparing those multipliers in terms of convolution operation, in terms of GOPs or TFLOPs. Then we can compare the multiplier with their numerical aspects like fixed point multipliers or POSIT based multipliers. We can even compare the multiplier in terms of their power consumptions, different kind of thermal capabilities, area power delay, like a lot of area we can compare a single multiplier in a very broader way. So basically in a review paper it is more like a broader scope covering a range of research on a particular topic. So I have mentioned the topic as a multiplier. So what I'm saying is like these are the major comparison between this kind of papers, and a lot of papers we have discussed. And another thing is like there is a huge trend is happening in the modern research, especially from 2023, the ChatGPT era when it is started. Basically, OpenAI, the company, it is there for a long period of time, but uh, they started with Elon Musk in 2000, I think 14-15 time. Then after that in 2018 Elon Musk resigned from the company director board and all. Then it became a company by Sam Altman and all. So they are doing a lot of research in terms of LLMs back in that time. Currently it is fully functioning. Now we are just a consumers currently, but I would say we should more focus on how to write papers with the help of this kind of LLM model, like large language model. We can easily brainstorm research questions with the GPTs. For example, I used to first I used to submit, uh, download one, for example, one multiplier paper, Then I will upload that multiplier paper in a GPT. Then I can ask a prompt, because recently I would say one more point. Like recently, NVIDIA CEO, he said English is the most trending programming language of 2024. So basically, why he said like that? English is the most trending programming language instead of Python or a Go language, or a lot of CUDA languages are there. A lot of different languages are coming in industry, but um, he said English because if you have a good English handling or English phrasing capacity, then you will be able to ask very good questions to this LLM models, and we will be able to do very good brainstorm research questions with LLM model. And I would say in my college, when in a free time, what I have done is like we all are using Chat GPT. So, but it is a fine-tuned model which we are using in internet. But we will be able to download the raw version of GPT, which is open models, which is not a fine-tuned model. Then we will be able to get more broader answers, or more different answers compared to the conventional fine-tuned models. For example, to how to make a gun, ChatGPT might not answer correctly because it's look little unethical, very bad, or something like that. But in raw models, they will be answering those questions. So what I'm saying is like a lot of movie writers, a lot of advanced researchers, they are using, they first implement those kind of raw GPT models in their computer, and then they do brainstorming research questions with those kind of LLM model. So what I'm saying is like this is a way currently lot of people are doing research. So that's why. So what is happening is basically they will be able to make a much bigger impact. They will be able to leverage their own skill with the help of AI. Then they will be able to produce much quality research as well as quantity because of AI. So a lot of people, those who are not using GPT prompts properly, then they will be easily go back in this run if they're conventional using Google instead of GPTs. Not just Chat GPT, other LLM models like Lambda, like Copilot, like a lot of SciSpace, like a lot of other companies are there who have their own GPTs. If you are not using GPTs properly without, or if you are not using proper prompt, then we will be easily back off from the industry. So I will be showing few examples for few utilities of GPT models in terms of education purpose, like in our day-to-day education purpose. So there is a personalized learning assistants are there, like GPT can provide some customized tutorings and assistance to students. For example, if you want to learn um, what you say, quantum computing, so you can ask GPT, can you explain quantum computing in simple terms? I am in a explain it for a high school student. So just ask GPT like that, then GPT will be able to give proper answers, assistance accordingly. So, or if you're asking GPT, can you explain quantum computer? I am a researcher in quantum computing. So, can you explain in that level? In a researcher's point of view level, you ask bigger questions to GPT, then they will understand the situation and they will be able to explain you GPT accordingly. I mean, they will explain the concept accordingly. So what I'm saying is like there is a personalized assistance is possible with the use of GPT, and it can adapt different paces and style, and it will offer great explanation and problems. So that what I'm saying is like, if you ask quantum computing can you explain quantum theory with a simple example, then they will provide. I recently I have given one workshop, one orientation program last week. So I we had an interactive section. It's an offline session. At that time, we done a lot of prompts to GPT. So then at that time, quantum computing, they said like we all know the particles dual nature possibilities so they explained with a very simple example regarding the dual nature possibilities and or how it is happening. So every kids can understand quantum computing at that time. A lot of primary school teachers also there, apart from high school, college faculties. So they also able to understood the concept. So what I'm saying is like you will get a very good explanation. It's all about asking a proper prompt in GPTs. Even some online MOOC courses are there regarding prompt engineering. And that is recently most trending MOOC courses. I telling everybody to go for a MOOC course on prompt engineering. We will get lot of MOOC courses on in that domain. Then we will be able to utilize GPTs in that fledged way. Okay, then another thing is like we also have to help our students to understand, I mean, to utilize this kind of tools, prompts for understanding complex concepts for them. And another domain is basically we will be able to do proper grading through this kind of GPTs, or we can assign very good homeworks, and we can make we can save a lot of time. For example, there is a AI tool called Socrates AI. So that tool will be able to generate assignment problems in a fraction of second. So just to create an account in Socrates, we will try to show it. I will try to show it. So then afterwards, just open the Socrates website and tell all the students to join the website using QR code. Then you just open our faculty just open their portal and mention they will ask what topic you want the assignment or quiz. Then we just write a computer architecture. Then they will give MCQs. If you want MCQ, just select MCQ. Then within second, they will provide 50 MCQ. MCQ means there will be multiple choice questions with answers and all. So they will generate a 50 MCQ on computer architecture within 1 2 seconds. Then within another click, every students will get the quiz, and they will be able to do the quiz on live in a lab. We can conduct quick exams easily in the classroom, and we will be able to get very constructive feedbacks. So if you then because the AI system will analyze which questions or which area of computer architecture given negative more negative mark to our students. So this kind of constructive feedback, which area is lacking for the students. So these kind of a lot of constructive feedbacks we will get through automating our grading system and all through AI tools. And another thing is like we can make more interactive learning. For example, there are a lot of chatbots are there. For example, even GPT is a chatbot. A Copilot is a chatbot. So even Google Gemini is a chatbot. So we can interact as a interact with them like they will keep the memories. So they, in their cache memories, they will store whatever the previous chat or topic we have discussed, and they will be able to reproduce the next conversation according to the chat. So these, so basically these tools, it will help the students to make more interactive lessons, and it will help to make very interactive quizzes, or they can do the simulations accordingly. So basically what I'm saying, trying to say, is like using AI to make more engaging and effective learning. And another is regarding we will get a very good contents or lesson plans or teaching resources using from the very various databases and all. So it is actually we can use for a lot of corrections, even programming and all. It is much easier. You can even upload a picture and they will able to program accordingly. Even if you are in hardware domain, it can provide a Verilog code. If you are using MATLAB, it can provide MATLAB code. So you just upload a picture of a multiplier and tell them, can you provide the MATLAB code to implement this multiplier design? Just ask this prompt after uploading the image. Then they will provide the complete MATLAB script for designing that particular multiplier design. Sometime if you can draw, if you want to propose a new multiplier, so first you just draw it in a pen and paper, then upload it, the drawing in the GPT browser, then tell them to provide the MATLAB code for the drawing. Then they will detect it as a multiplier, and they will provide the code based on what we have drawn. And after running that MATLAB code or Verilog code, then we will be able to understand that whether our idea is correct or not. So basically our doing research and all are much more easier in this current domain. And even we can develop a methodology. For example, once you upload a good research paper, maybe a transaction paper, then we can ask GPT, based on the paper I have attached, can you provide a methodology on this particular domain? Like you can mention your topic name. Then based on that transaction level methodology, they will develop a new methodology, like in what way we have to organize the chapters, in what way we have to do the writing, in what kind of results we should put to maintain the transaction level quality, like that. And another good method what I have seen in research is basically regarding literature survey. So basically, you can ask GPT, like, can you provide 10 recent papers on the topic of multiplier design, and can you provide the references of that? Then they will do the research, and they will find 10 papers. You can mention from the last 3 years, then they will provide the research papers from the last 3 years. And you can ask more specific questions. Can you provide research papers of last 3 years, but the multiplier should be AI based multiplier? Then they will give much more precise result. Or we can mention, provide me um, multiplier with the power analysis, papers of multiplier with the power analysis. So if you give more specific question, then GPT will be able to analyze the internet accordingly, and they will provide proper references. So then our reading and all will be much easier. And another one area is regarding summarization and all. So we will be able to summarize papers. We will be able to get the key points of the papers easily. And yeah, and another thing is like why and how this GPT it is happened, why this much importance. You can see that in the last 10 20 years, lot of innovative tools came into the market, which and a lot of research was happening in this domain. But um, this is a statistic which is showing how much time it is taken for that particular company to reach 1 million users. For example, if you see Facebook, it is started in 2004. It taken 10 months from the launch to 10 it taken to reach 1 million users. But if you see Instagram, it taken only 2.5 months to reach 1 million user. But when it comes to GPT, it taken only 5 days to reach 1 million users. So what I'm saying is like because of its capabilities, because of its efficiency, that's why a lot of people are using it. So we also should utilize accordingly. And you can see that there are a lot of newses are happening around the globe. For example, in the right side, you can see that this ChatGPT helped a Manipuri man to get back his job. So it's a different case study, but what I'm saying is like it is helping in handling cases, and it is actually helping in people to learn new skills, learn programming and all like that. So many it is helping. For example, this is also a machine learning model. So it is trained according to various internet data across the internet. So whatever we are texting, whatever the Facebook post or whatever the Twitter post. So I think everything they are scrolling, internet scrolling, and they are basically extracting those patterns from the writing, and based on that they are generating models. And those models only we are using as a GPT-3, GPT-4 like that. So they are using the reinforcement learning based on the human feedback and all. So what I'm saying is like it have a lot of capabilities. So another very interesting area of research in the current sector is performing this kind of GPT models for various applications. For example, in this data, we can see that this graph is basically showing how much accuracy of the GPT-3 model as a function of you can see the number of examples um, for different model size. And another parameter they have mentioned is regarding the prompt methods. For example, in the axis, we can say that in x-axis, number of examples in context from one example to 10 raised to 1, 10 example. So from one example to 10 examples of contest, and in y-axis we can see there is an accuracy ranging from 0 percentage to 6 percentage. When it comes to model sizes, there are three model sizes mentioned. One is 175 billion parameter model size, which is mentioned as blue, and another is 13 billion parameters, which is represented by red line. Another is 1.3 billion parameters represented by green line. And another important thing we have to mention is regarding prompting method. So for example, here they are using NLP, natural language prompt, uh, which is it's a solid line. You can see it's a solid line. Another is no prompt, that is mentioned as a dash line. So we can see that in the performance, this is a 175 billion model showing very high accuracy with very significant, we can see there is an increase when using natural language prompt. So it is peaking up to 55 percentage of accuracy. And in 1.3 billion model, which is a green line model, it is having lowest performance, only 15 percentage accuracy with natural language prompt. So and we can see that other learning methods also mentioned. One is zero shot method is mentioned, one shot is mentioned, few shot is mentioned. So in this learning method, in zero shot, no example in the context, and it having very baseline performance. But in one shot, we can see only one example in the context. There is a slight increase in the accuracy, and in few shot, you can see several examples. I think up to 10 examples are mentioned in a few shot context, but accuracy is improved a lot. So, if you analyze this data, we can see that large language models, for example, 175 billion parameter models, it is significantly outperforming smaller models. Smaller models here 13 billion or 1.3 billion parameter. So basically, large language models are outperforming smaller model in terms of accuracy and performance. And large language prompts, it will enhancing the accuracy across all the models. And another thing is like um, if you when you adding more example of learning, it will it the language model will be much more better. So once you increasing the uh, different models for from zero shot to few shot, so in few shot we will be using a lot of examples in the context. So once you're using more complex examples, it will improve the accuracy. So we can see that this graph is actually demonstrating the importance of model size and effectiveness of uh, prompting. The same thing which I have mentioned earlier, prompt engineering in improving the performance of this kind of large language models. So what I'm saying is like a lot of research is happening in this area, especially in the large language model designs, application with large language models and all. So it's one of the greatest example on why we have to utilize LLM models not only as a customer but also as a research perspective. So in even in my college, my few students, so they are currently in a Raspberry Pi. So they are trying to run a local running of this kind of GPT models. So one GPT-3 model, it will be almost 45 GB size. So first we downloaded that much 45 GB GPT-3 raw data. Then we run the API. Then we are using some cloud platform like Azure and all for voice feedbacks. And once now we are training also pre-trained model. So now we ran the model and we are getting good results and all. So what I'm saying is like now we are going for another paper publication. It's a simple. These all are very simple papers. Like it doesn't involving much new architecture, but rather it is more like a simulate performance analysis papers. So one. So we will be comparing different LLM models in locally machine in Raspberry Pis and all, and checking the performance analysis. So this is also very new research area, and another benefit of this kind of research is mainly because in industry they are seeking this kind of people who know generative AI or implementation in generative AI and all. So that's why we should encourage our students to understand this kind of GPTs. GPT how it is functioning. And these all are the few use cases of Chat GPT. We can go through once. So basically, it will generate computer code. For example, any kind of coding, it can be written through GPT. We can even debug it. And I have mentioned it will solve a lot of maths problems. It will write articles according to our choice. and it can provide even cooking recipes and all. In our college, we have conducted one food fest in a very small manner, but that is actually AI based food fest. So basically, there is a website is there. So or even directly you can ask ChatGPT like, can you provide a recipe, a starter recipe which is utilizing um, AI, which is utilizing AI for yeah, it's a complex recipe using Indian and US. So they using GPT model, they will be able to provide a new recipe which is utilizing Indian and US standards. So what I'm saying is like, based on that, many students clubbing using proper prompts, they made different recipes, clubbing Indian starters and US starters, clubbing Indian and maybe New Zealand methods. So like, clubbing different continental recipes, they generated new recipes, and based on that new recipes, they prepared those recipes and they made a food fest accordingly. And in each time, students explained what is this recipe and how it is, they made it, how they found out this new method. So what I'm saying is like, you can make more interactive learning using this kind of AI tools. That's what I'm trying to say. And there are a lot of advantages are there for AI and all. So and a few examples is basically it having this kind of natural language processing. So currently a lot of um, um, proper a lot of easily we can communicate with this kind of models. For example, we can I have mentioned earlier, for example, when we asking, when we want to make some research questions, so we can ask okay, generate three possible research questions for a research paper on the following topic: the role of virtual reality in enhancing training and skill development in various industry. So if you ask, then they will provide some research questions for a research paper. So like that, like a lot of you can ask some different quantitative research methods to handle certain problems, or like you can create outlines. So it's the same thing I have mentioned. So it's all about the prompt which we are asking, and it have a good contextual awareness. So it, even if it is a very large conversation, or if it is a very large paragraph you are posting, it will able to comprise it or analyze it in a very faster way. So this will benefit in education sector. And like that, very high quality contents also we will be getting. And we will getting even in Hindi, or sometime it is getting in Malayalam language and all, in any local language. Now GPT is able to perform. So like that, a lot of possibilities are there. And another thing is like, regarding fine tuning and all. So which I have mentioned earlier, there are a lot of use cases, like in industries and all, like they can make their own GPT model. For example, one you can say one startup idea regarding the latest AI research is, um, if you can make a GPT model for our own state syllabus. Like for example, in Kerala, there will be Kerala Technical University. So if you can analyze KTU syllabus, or if you can collect maximum data according to KTU syllabus or problems and all, if we can make our own um, KTU based GPT, so then students can ask questions or lab questions and all, then they will be give more specific answers according to the syllabus. or if you want to get it in our own language, like in Malayalam language or Tamil language, then if we can train the GPT model accordingly and generate it. So what I'm saying is like uh, this kind of model or this kind of research, like a products based research, we will be able to publish also in a very good places, like in a very high standard journals and all. They are seeking currently this kind of much more novel work, because you can see recently a lot of um, journals got retracted from the explorer and all, like from the for example, even from IEEE, they actually cancelled a lot of papers. One recent news was that they cancelled a lot of papers from IEEE after the even after publication of 10 years. And so what I'm saying is like this is happening because research is happening in a quantitative method instead of qualitative. So that quality we have to maintain because of um, why we are unable to maintain the quality, because of we are running behind the quantity. So instead of quantity, focus on qualitative one or two papers in 1 year, especially this kind of custom um, domains like a local language, like in a local problems. If we can solve, then it will be much easier to publish also, instead of making some new papers and all. And another interesting area of research is data driven research. So using GPT, if you have any local data, for example climate change is happening, so temperature is increasing, so if you can collect the data of the temperature changes in the last 10 years, every month wise or a week wise data, then if you can in a local place, like in our own district or in our own state, in our own state, in maybe in 14 districts in one state, like that, then if we can analyze the data of a temperature change and why the temperature change is happening, any living organism got extincted in the last 10 years, or this kind of local research. So instead of going behind making some big hardware model or something like that, if we can support local research, so we will be able to easily engage our students also in this kind of local research, because students will feel very enthusiastic, because they will be able to understand, okay, this is happening in my district, so we are researching on this problem, so we are trying to prove this, something like that. Then the students also feel very engaged, and then our research also will be accelerated, students also will be involved in the research, and we will be using AI tools and all for doing a lot of data analytics and all, or getting some meaningful insights and all. So through that, this research will be more enjoyable process, and as well as we will be able to continue the research even in the even when we are working in a busy schedules as a faculty. And there are a lot of education support which I have mentioned earlier, like answering questions and all, offering very good explanations and all. And another interesting area we can utilize from this GPT is actually for the individual with disabilities, those who can't speak or those who can't see. So so if we can tailor according to them, it might be much easier. For example, those who can't see, their vision impaired people, so we can they might be able to talk. So if they're able to talk, then they can, if we can make a more interactive GPT, so not just a Google Assistant or something like that. In a, like a GPT, they will be able to give more technical explanations, or explaining the code and all in an interactive way. So no need to mention or no need to say hello Siri or something like that. They will be able to directly interact with the GPTs. So if we can make a voice GPT, so what will happen? So we can do a lot of research also during that journey. So we can check the voice capabilities, how much voices are detecting, and voice detection performances and all. Like a lot of research will be happen during that product research. So what I'm trying to say is like we all have to move forward with the product based research instead of some novelties and all. So just like we are doing a robotic arm, so like or making local GPT, or a voice GPT, or a GPT for state syllabus, or a local language. So this kind of some using different idea, or some AI based food fest or whatever the thing. So if we can make this kind of some local usage of AI tools, then this teaching and learning and all will be much more easier and much more simplified. And in scalability, I have mentioned earlier, from large scale to small scale applications, or large scale to small scale platforms. So these all are very important factor. For example, currently initially GPT was only available in website. Then later they try to make it into mobile application, mobile app. Then mobile app is very tough, like handling this kind of GPT in real time and all in mobile. It need a good computation mobiles and all. And it also happened. Now a lot of research is happening in another small scale application, is just like Raspberry Pi, or Jetson Nano, or Intel Movidius, this kind of small scale hardware platforms. If we can run a GPT locally, so locally means like without internet, if you can run the GPT. For example, if you can run GPT locally without internet in a Raspberry Pi, then it is a very big advantage, because if you have a monitor connected to a Raspberry Pi, and if you install GPT locally in a Raspberry Pi, then no, you will be getting all the GPT facilities in remote places. If you are in a hilly area or in a very forest area, still if you don't have internet, but still you will get GPT. So what I'm saying is like uh, you can make lot, even make startup, or you can make a lot of applications using local GPTs and all. So what I'm saying is like this kind of scaling GPTs and all will help more research and other possibilities and all. Another is a lot of limitations are there. So some of the limitations people facing is actually there's a possibility that misinformations can be generated and all. So but that is a little bit less currently, because it is internet is currently synced. So they will be able to find out the good sources, and they will be able to generate information accordingly. And it is actually the second point actually need according to GPT-3, because in GPT-3 it is only pre-trained till 2021 or 22, but in GPT-4 it is, or GPT-4o is recently started. It have the possibility to um, um, do the real time training and all. So based on our input data, they will be training accordingly. And another thing is like GPT can only provide responses in English and in textual format. So, but GPT is actually nowadays available in different language, and you can even do the translation with the Chat GPT. Another big problem they are telling is it will kill our creativity, which I have mentioned earlier. If you're getting a poem through GPT, which is a very new poem, then then actually the quality is our own capabilities or creativity is actually um, going down. So that's why it is very important that we have to maintain our own quality. of research. Okay. And another thing is like now next slowly we will go to some hands-on sections and all, and some other important newses we will be discussing. So first we have to go through this GPT. We have to log in, and initially we will be showing some important GPT applications and all. So before that, we be before we showing the latest capabilities of GPT. So and how to accelerate our research using GPT. First, we should know exactly what is GPT, because most of the time, as a faculty, we shouldn't be a complete a consumer. Instead of we should um, we should know the background of what AI tool we are utilizing. So here we can see that this is a LLM model. It is initially released in 2022, November 30, which is only 17 months ago, and it is actually enabling users to refine or steer a conversation towards any amount of length or format. So it is actually started a AI boom, which is lead to a ongoing rapid investment in public attention to field of AI. And recently, OpenAI's GPT-4, it is more intelligent. It is actually, some people say it might even displace or atrophy to human intelligence. And it is actually have a lot of capabilities also. So now next we can check some practical sessions and all. So yeah, so everybody will be able to see the this uh, yeah. So I think now everybody will be able to see the GPT. So first, what we can do is like we can find out one research paper. So so first we can check one IEEE paper. So first, let me show you that recent news. One recent news was there more than uh, 10,000 research paper retracted news. So recently, why we should the importance of research. I mean, qualitative research. I am urging because this is a recent news in Nature. Nature, everybody know. Nature is a very famous publisher. Nature publication and all. They're saying more than 10,000 research papers were retracted in 2023, a new record. Number of articles being retracted rose sharply in this year. In integrity, experts say that this is only the tip of the iceberg. So basically, this is a kind of cancelling our publication without even our concern. Is because of they are finding lot of self plagiarisms in the papers, even in IEEE papers and all. So, how to do plagiarism free quality research and all, that is the most important challenge nowadays. So, we need, that's why I told you we have to focus on more um, 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 qualitative or local um, papers, local designs. So if you find any, first let's find out any paper. So there are a lot of papers are there. So we can check some latest papers and all. Then see there is a logarithmic multiplier for neural computing. Yeah. So this is one paper we have downloaded. So we can see that this is a multiplier paper for one energy efficient neural computing. It's a IEEE transaction paper. It is a 12-page double column paper, and they have mentioned a different multiplier architecture, and they have explained about the artificial neuron and all. Many details are there. So what we can do is like first we can open our chat GPT, and we can just upload this PPT here. Then we can start asking some very interesting and very personal questions according to this paper. For example, we can ask generate two research gaps from this paper. I am planning to start. Just we can write generate two research gap from this paper. Okay, so let's see. So they will be analyze the paper instantly, and they mentioned the two research gap. So we can see, we have seen that this is actually a multiplier for energy efficient neural computing paper. So what they found out that there is a optimization of large weight handling neural network. So that is the one area. So the gap which they have found out is like the current design of NOD, nearest one detector circuit, which they have mentioned this multiplier paper. It is using an improved logarithmic multiplier, so it will be simplifying the output uh, of a n bit operation and all. So what I'm saying is like this one method, one research gap which they have found out is regarding how to optimize the lightweight handling in a lightweight multipliers in a neural network. And the question they have mentioned, how can nearest one detector circuit can be optimized to handle large weight in neural network without energy or accuracy loss. Another is regarding the error accumulation. So they given two very good research finding. So what we can do next is like we can ask them just copy the first problem, and we can mention that uh, what are the solutions for NOD circuit to be optimized to handle large weight scale. So we can it's like we are starting an interactive section. So they given two solution, like either we have to simplify the NOD design or using a novel exact adder. So we can mention, we can use this idea. We can use an exact adder. So we can see, we can ask another question. Can you provide some relevant papers on exact adders which can be uh, utilized in this ILM design? So then what will happen? So they will read this paper, and they will searching for similar relevant papers in this domain and all, and they will be able to give some see they given two papers and all. So they have suggested a few paper titles. So now we can easily search this paper, and then we will be able to read thoroughly. accordingly. So it's like a step by step we can do the literature. So from one paper we got a new idea, then we got a new solution, like we can use a novel NOD circuit. Then they given two different method to how implement a novel circuit. Then we chosen one method, then we ask them for some relevant papers and all. Then just like that, then first then we can first we can check this paper, then understand the paper. Like that we can communicate. Then we, if you spend few days, then we will get very good clarity regarding how this paper can be improvised, or how the research gap can be solved accordingly. Or we can ask another thing, like so we can choose one area. We can ask them, uh, I am planning to make a review paper on the topic of design and evolution of a low power application. Can you help me with the methodology and provide me the outline of the paper? So then we will be able to, then they will be giving a proper methodology how to conduct a review paper. So how to do the literature review, in what domain we have to do the literature review, like that all the details providing. Yeah, so one question are asking, like please repeat, how can find research gap through GPT. Yeah, so so research gap, I have already mentioned earlier. So research gap is actually just like we are first we have first upload a paper, then we just ask, can you generate to research gap from this paper after uploading the paper. I have shown you how to upload. Just select the paper and drag it, and it will be uh, see, just select the, or you can click on this button, and we can select any paper accordingly, and we can just upload it by just clicking and upload. We will be able to upload it. So after uploading the paper, any research paper, then we can ask, generate two research gap from this paper. So it will start searching accordingly. And after that, I have mentioned, um, just like I have mentioned, like we can start a conversation. So they have given for a neural network paper, they have given two research gap. One is optimization of a neural network model, and another is like error accumulation unit in repetitive operations and all. So what is the long term impact of double side approximation errors in the proposed ILM? So I would, this is these all are very technical thing. I told you other department, other domain people might not be able to understand this multiplier design models and all. So I would say everybody should open ChatGPT in their own computer and start utilizing it, because currently this GPT, even though this is a free GPT, I am currently not using GPT Plus. I was using previously. GPT Plus is costing $20 per month. So then we will be able to handle all the latest GPT models without any delay, and it will be much faster. Currently, we having a very limited access. So I would say everybody start using GPT now, because now we have internet access. So finding research papers, finding research gap and all, it will be much better. So I would say everybody open their computer and log into their chat gpt. I think everybody know how to log in into chat gpt. I think everybody having an account in chat gpt right now. Everybody should. That's why I'm not showing how to log in into chat gpt and all. I think some people, they don't know how to log into chat gpt. So I can say, first to go to google, then in google just type chat gpt login, then it will come chat gpt. So we will be able to log in accordingly, because I already log in, that's why it will directly open into this interface. And another few things what we can do is regarding um, um, yeah, can you summarize the paper which I have loaded? See, so now I am asking a question even after 5-6 conversation, but still ChatGPT will be able to memorize the paper, and the same paper, the algorithmic multiplier for engineering computing, the paper they have summarized, and they given the summary of the paper. So instead of reading that bigger 12-page double column IEEE transaction, they quickly given a summary of the paper. So they clearly mention it is actually a logarithmic multiplier, enhanced logarithm multiplier they have designed, and it is helping to reduce the energy consumptions while while performing neural network applications. So that is a just gist of the paper, and they have given in section wise, they have explained. For example, in introduction, they have given a summary, like they explained about the importance of extensive computation, especially multiplication operation. As you all know, neural network is all about multiplication and addition operation. So this kind of basic knowledge everybody should know, irrespective of the department. And another comprise summary they have mentioned regarding logarithmic multiplier. It's actually simplifying the multiplication to shift and addition operation. So it will be reducing the energy consumption. Then this paper introducing an improved logarithmic multiplier. So then another they proposed an improved logarithmic multiplier, which is aiming for better power efficiency and accuracy. So basically, this is a for just a point of the introduction. So we don't need to even read the introduction. So we got the correct what is a finding of their what is the correct summary of the this 2-page introduction and all. Then another thing is regarding the key contribution. So what are the key contribution of this paper? So they have mentioned, which we already mentioned, they developed a near one dictator node circuit. So you can see that yes, approximate yeah. So they made a proposed 8-bit logarithmic multiplier design. This is the proposed 8-bit logarithmic multiplier design architecture. So you can do one thing. So they have mentioned everything, and they have mentioned the performance, accuracy, and all. They mentioned the result, the brief of the result. This logarithmic multiplier (ILM) provide substantial improvement in energy efficiency and hardware simplicity. So you can do another thing. You can see, if you want to get more explanation regarding the circuit. For example, figure 8.4. It is the circuit of proposed multiplier. So just select it and copy it, and just paste it here and ask. Explain the figure. Then figure 4. Okay. So they again started reading the figure. See, and they started explaining it. See. So once we given explain the figure, the prompt, and they just pasted the figure number and the title. Then they started explaining. Figure explanation, figure 4. The figure illustrates the design and architecture of the proposed 8-bit improved multiplier. The main component and their interactions are detailed below. See, all the components in the block diagram for A. For example, in the block diagram for A, see here node circuits are the subtractors are the adders are the decoders are there, then see the all the components, see node circuits are there, encoders are the decoders are there, so adding and shifting and all, so all the components they have mentioned in the 4a. So and in the figure b, 4b, so this is the NOD circuit. So they have mentioned 4B, that is the NOD circuit. It is very correct. So they are be explaining the design of NOD circuit and the functionality similar to leading one detectors. So NOD operation also they have mentioned, and they are given the key points of the figures. So just like that, so we can ask more specific question. We can ask a priority encoder P. So we can ask. Uh, Can you tell me the importance of priority encoder in figure A? And uh, can you, and is there any possibility to uh, make novelty in this PE, in this priority encoder for more energy efficient uh, ILM design? So now we are asking a question like explain the importance of priority encoder, and we are asking, is there any possibility to make novelty in this priority encoder for making overall ILM design more energy efficient? So I asked this question. So now what will happen? So they will tell the importance of this priority encoder, and see they have given the two main importance. So basically we all know priority encoder is basically for binary representation and all. And so they have explained the importance of binary representation in for one hot circuits and all. Another is they have given the efficient. So basically they have given the three importance and all. Another important thing is like we are getting another research gap. So there are several ways to introduce novelty in this design of the priority encoder to enhance the energy efficiency of the ALM. So they are giving some method to improve the novelty of the overall ILM design in the on the perspective of only priority encoder. So what I'm trying to say is like we will get lot of, if you can interact with this chat GPT, then we will be able to do lot of findings. For example, they have given a very relevant finding, because I know this thing because they have given one approximate encoding techniques. So basically they are telling about approximate computing for felicitating the this thing, uh, felicitating the research and all. Yeah, so Asim Ahmad raised a hand. So can you tell me what is the doubt and all?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Can I ask a question to you, sir?
yeah, I can hear. Yeah, can you tell me?
Yes, as you are using the chat GPT at the time of your article, you'll be posting for the uploading in the chat GPT. We have to change the kinds of tools it is applicable for the article, sir.
I cannot hear. After you running the GPT, what happened?
Suppose I will start to write one paper, sir. At the
Okay.
time, I take some reference from some other articles.
Okay.
We have to note it for the reference for the where you have to take in this data, everything. When I enter in the chat GPT content, it is a reference you have to consider as a previous articles or a chat GPT link, sir.
Few considered as a fewer article.
Yes, yes, yes. We have to consider the article reference or a chat GPT link, sir.
So, article references and all. First of all, can you type the problem here? Then I will be able to properly what it's like.
Sir, your voice is not audible to me, sir.
Oh, voice is not audible.
Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah, I can hear your voice. Hello.
Yes, sir, you can explain to me, sir.
Yeah. So what I was saying is like, yeah, yeah. Is there any other tools like a ChatGPT? Yeah, Gemini. Yes, yes. So another thing is like yeah, I will come into that. So first, another thing what we can do with the ChatGPT is regarding. Um, okay, first let me tell you this problem. You asked me, is there any other tool like ChatGPT? So I used lot of tools actually regarding this ChatGPT. For example, another tool is regarding SciSpace. So SciSpace is basically this is actually another kind of tool which is using for um, research and all. So what I understand is like more than that, I felt ChatGPT is much more accurate and much more the research gap which they are telling is much more reliable in ChatGPT. More than another one, the size space. Another good application is Perplexity. Perplexity.ai. So Perplexity.ai is also a very good platform, which is actually it is actually started by the co-founder of ChatGPT. So this Perplexity also give very good result as almost same as ChatGPT. So all we have to do is open the Perplexity, sign in, continue with the Google. Perplexity is very good. I used for long period of time. I use the Pro actually. I use the Pro of Perplexity. I use the Pro of ChatGPT. Both are good actually. So currently I am not having Pro, but you can this chat. This is also good. You can attach document here. Okay, Control C. Yeah, Control V. So I copied and I pasted the same document here in Perplexity. See, so we can ask the same question. Generate two research gap from this paper. See, so they have given another two interesting research gap. They are also explaining about error analysis. Error analysis, ChatGPT also given. Same research gap, ChatGPT also given. Another result they have given optimizing the hardware efficiency. So hardware metrics they are telling if hardware efficiency in terms of delay, area, and power and PDP and all. So basically, they have given it's a good result only. But compared to ChatGPT, they have given more specific research question. The same prompt when we applying in both ChatGPT as well as in Perplexity, here we got this result, two result, two potential research gap, two good research questions we got. But in perplexity, they only given two research gap. But compared to the research gap and in ChatGPT and perplexity, I would prefer GPT is much more good. The GPT result, the way how GPT explained the research question, that is also good in GPT compared to perplexity. And the same efficiency is both having say almost same efficiency. Another famous tool a lot of people, especially Chinese people, are using is Claude. So Claude is another very good platform. So Claude is also a AI assistant. I have used it Claude for a long period of time. So Claude is also having a lot of what is say capacities, just like this Chat GPT and all. Same, the login and all are very same. Just click on sign in, and it will start working. See, Claude is started. Claude also much more very efficient. It is a Chinese company, but it is very good. It is having same facility, understanding complex equation, generating a recipe from a dish, converting UI design to front end code. Like a lot of possibilities are there. For example, we can try, we can open a multiplier architecture. Okay, let's open one multiplier architecture, and take a, yeah, we got one picture. So right click on the picture, copy image. So basically it's an architecture of a multiplier. So we can do, we can paste the, we can say image to download. Okay, we got one array multiplier. So we can add this array multiplier design. So we can ask, can you provide the code using Python to design this? So we can ask another question. Can you tell me what what's it about, and can you provide? So we can ask ChatGPT this prompt. So they
Excuse me.
clearly got it. It is a yeah. So in this diagram, when we uploaded this multiplier diagram, it's a 2-bit array multiplier. But what Claude is saying that this appears to be represent a digital circuit or logic gate. It consists of two half adders, which are basic building blocks of addition operation. Carry it to design the circuit using Python. We can use logic gate simulators or create your own function. So basically, see, they have given the code to run the to implement this particular um, multiplier. So we can try the same using ChatGPT also. Yeah, we can ask the same question. Yeah. See, the ChatGPT given more precise answer. The diagram represents a binary multiplier circuit for multiplying 2-bit binary numbers. So they clearly mentioned it is a 2-bit binary multiplier, but the Claude unable to answer it. That's what I was trying to say. Claude or Perplexity, they are unable to answer this kind of complex things. Like we are just giving a circuit and asking them what is the circuit. Even we cannot find out what is a what is the circuit about, like whether it is a 2-bit array multiplier or 2-bit subtraction, whatever the thing. But chat gpt able to recognize it instantly. It is a 2-bit multiplier, binary numbers multiplication. But Claude unable to find out whether it is a multiplier or not. Claude just said that it have two adder circuits, only that, and they given a code. But ChatGPT given much more precise that it's a multiplier circuit for multiplying 2-bit binary numbers. That's what I'm trying to say. ChatGPT is much powerful and much capable. Even ChatGPT plus, if we utilize, it is much more faster actually, faster and much more accurate. You will get more accurate uh, result in ChatGPT Plus. But ChatGPT free version also far sufficient for our day-to-day task. And they have explained what is AND gate, what is half orders and all. And they have given the complete code to implement this multiplier circuit. So in very within a fraction of a second, we got the code to implement a circuit design. So just like that, there are a lot of possibilities we can do with the chat GPT when it comes to research and all. Yeah. So one is so we have mentioned Claude, we have mentioned Perplexity, we have mentioned, and we have another thing called Google Gemini. So Google Gemini, I would say it is almost same as Google Cloud. Yeah, Google Gemini won't support for institution email ID. We need to use a normal email ID like gmail.com instead of in our college institution email IDs. It won't support there. But I tried Gemini Pro also, Gemini Pro, but again, I would say I got better result with the Chat GPT. So I'm continuing with the Chat GPT only. See, they are asking for renewing. So I used to. It's very easy to get a pro version. It is costing 2,000 rupees and all. So I used to. This is my Chat GPT plus subscription history and all. I used to purchase ChatGPT Plus. It is much faster actually compared to any other models and also another is Gemini. Another is actually we can say another trending another GPT model is Jasper. So you can see search Jasper AI. See Jasper AI. So Jasper is more like a marketing team, like that. It is we can say it's more like a business kind of something, more conceptual kind of marketing related GPT and all. Jasper AI. Basically, in our research or in academic purposes, Jasper is not that much good. But in terms of business, designing web page, in this kind of purposes, Jasper is good. And another interesting tool is Chat Sonic is there. Chat Sonic. So ChatSonic also a very good AI. See, the most advanced AI chatbot in 2024 they are telling. It's a recently started this ChatSonic. So, but again, ChatSonic is actually they are telling that it's advanced chat. It's outperforming ChatGPT with the fast real-time web search, vision, and chat PDF capabilities and all. So yeah, it is good. I tried it, but I would say I would again go back to GPT uh, more than Right Sonic and all, because most of the this kind of models they basically running on top of GPTs. So that's why I would prefer GPT. And just like that, these are the some few companies. And then another we know like a Bing and all. Bing actually another web browser, like sorry, not, it's a search engine. So Bing actually they are telling that it will outperform Google, but um, I don't know, but I felt Google search is much better. But by this being also good, it is giving much more. If you ask multiplier design, it providing what is a multiplier, binary multiplier, and all the Wikipedia details and all. So we can ask Copilot multiplier design. So they will be providing the certain pictures and all. So we can ask upload from the device. So we are asking the same question here. Okay, can you tell me what is it and about can you provide the code using Python to design this? See, they are analyzing the image. Yeah, so this Bing Copilot basically taking a lot of time. Basically, Bing is a product of Microsoft. So Bing is good. Yeah, they have completed the analysis and all. But we can clearly see that our chat GPT is much faster. But yeah, you can see that the Bing is also providing a decent result. They understood that it is actually multiplier design. It is a combination logic circuit to multiply binary designs. What is multiplier? What is binary multiplication? Examples they have given. How to design a two-bit multiplier. So, see, they have given a diagram of a pseudo diagram of the multiplier and all. So they have given the designing steps to do the multiplier. Now they are showing the Python code to perform the multiplication, multiplier and all. So we can even give a try. We can open Google Colab and we can search. We can directly code it. How it will be and all. Yeah, so if you open Google Colab, and we will be able to run this code, multiplier code, and we can check whether the multiplier is correct or not. See, they have done the multiplication, and chat GPT multiplication is correct. But Copilot also it now given multiplier code, so we can check whether they doing multiplication or not. So they have given 1100. Yeah. Yeah, so basically both are showing proper code only. So what I'm saying is like we can every time when we doing this kind of research and all, we can easily split the work into split the code into multiple options and we can run it. So these kind of lot of research possibilities are there if we spend time, and based on our common sense we can do lot of research with this kind of chat GPT and all, and other models which we have mentioned. We have mentioned about Bing, we have mentioned about Chatsonic, we have mentioned about Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, Cloud, Jasper, like a lot of tools we have seen, even Google Colab we have seen. So in these tools, we can easily do our research, and we can accelerate our research easily with this kind of tools and all. So we can see that we will get some clear, if we give some clear input, then we will get a very clear output. So you have to make sure that ChatGPT is an expert, but it is just a helping tool only. So we have to give proper input, then only it will respond back. It doesn't have that much intelligence like emotional intelligence and all, but we should give proper prompt. So we have mentioned this kind of tools and all, Perplexity, Chatsonic and all, Elicit and all. This all are similar kind of platform, but I would say GPT, Perplexity, Copilot of Bing, those all are good. Then these all are some for the research purposes, like we have already seen, understanding the papers. Then these all are some website you can check. Text Cortex, Academic Insight Lab. This kind of website I have found out from internet, which will be showing how to use ChatGPT for their research purposes and all. In for example, in the fourth one, in the pharmacology domain, how to use ChatGPT in writing papers according to pharmacology perspectives. These kind of things they have mentioned. In first and second, it's purely technical, I mean purely engineering based approaches and all for generating data, answering questions and all. So like that, these four names you can note it down. If you go to their website, they will be showing what are the major prompt we can use in ChatGPT. So this is one video you can check in internet. I am not showing right now. You can go to home or you can check it. Latest update from ChatGPT, which is GPT 4.0. So this is a very extremely advanced model which is released only 4 or 5 days back. GPT 4.0. So GPT 4.0 have huge capacity, which is very 99% sure that it can even replace teachers from the world, because that much easy way this GPT 4.0 is explaining the concept to people. You can search GPT 4.0 and you will find these two videos. You can check it. We will get the GPT 4.0 access in the future. Then we will be able to do more better research and better academics stuff in the future. But it is very likely that they can even replace teachers in this future era. You can check this GPT 4.0. So that is all about. So to main to the only way to keep AI from taking our job is to use AI to do our job better. So in terms of research or in terms of teaching, everywhere we have to use AI tools to make our job much more better. So then only we will be able to survive in the very near future. Okay, so thank you all. So those who have any doubts or question, you can ask. We can have some interaction also. Thank you. Yeah. So if anybody have any doubts, any any tips or like a lot of tips are there, maybe in later we can have a discussion also. So like how we are utilizing AI in our teaching and accelerating maintaining research along with the teaching and all. So this kind of some other tips are there which I'm using in our college and all. So maybe we can try later. So I like that. So everybody try to use it and give the response. Maybe tomorrow something, you guys can share the response like that.
Sir, sir, can I ask you a question, please? Excuse me, sir.